Good morning, everyone. I pray that everyone is having a wonderful day. I want to hop on and pour into you on today and give you an encouraging word in this season. And I want to say that it is better to give than to receive. Amen. It's in the Bible. The Lord tells us that, right? With that being said, it can be challenging at times whenever you feel led to give. And God's telling you to give, and you don't know whether or not it might be you that's speaking, or if it's God that's speaking, or if you should do it, or if you shouldn't do it, if the person is going to receive it, or if they're not going to receive it. Amen. But it is our job to just do. If the person chooses not to receive it, at least you did what it was that God told you to do. I've said that in a different context before, but that goes with all things. And in this situation, I'm encouraging you to give in the sense of monetary gifts. No matter what it is, whether it be a material thing or whether it be actual funds, money. But a lot of times God will tell us to bless. He will tell us to bless others. And we're trying to figure out if that's something that God is telling us to do, or if it's simply us. But first of all, or if it's, some people say the devil, right? But let's get one thing straight. I don't believe, I could completely be wrong, but I believe with all my spirit, all my soul, that the devil ain't gonna tell you to bless nobody. Just think about that. He ain't gonna tell you to bless somebody. He's too busy trying to see people down. Now, granted, you got people out there that's doing different things, and we look at them and we feel like, oh God, they got all these things that we know they not living right. That's on them, right? But that's between them and whoever they so-called God is, whoever they worshiping. But when it comes down to us as believers, the devil ain't gonna tell us to bless nobody. Amen. It's gonna be God, or sometimes in you may feel the need to bless somebody on your own, and that's completely fine. And I know that God will honor that either way. Amen. So in this season, don't be timid about giving. Don't be timid about giving and blessing others, because there's a lot of people out here that need to be blessed. It's a lot of people out here that need to be reminded that God is real, that God hears their prayers, that God will pick up a stranger to bless them. Amen. So we just have to remember that. Let's not get caught up in thinking that we have to just bless the people that we know. Because I truly believe that it's important to bless others. We got to bless others as well whenever we're led to. Whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're in a grocery store, or at some other organization or whatever, some other business, whatever it is. If God tells you to bless, just bless. Be obedient and bless. And it's not. I don't see it whenever I do these things. I don't do things like that expecting something in return. I already know God gonna bless me in some way. It might not be the exact same way, but I know He's gonna bless me. It could be with a word. Amen. It could be a blessing that comes to my kids, because it overflows from us to our kids, right? Or our loved ones, husbands, wives, or whatever. It overflows to them. The things that we do, it trickles down. It's inherited. The things that we do are inherited, and we know that to be true because we think about the people, the Israelites who walked around, for all that time, and they didn't get their blessings. But God told Moses that the people would still be blessed, even though they were disobedient constantly. One minute they was good, next minute they wasn't. But God told Moses that their kids will still get their inheritance. They will still inherit the land, overflowing with the milk and honey. Like all the things that they need, they will still inherit, and they did. They inherited it. That their parents before them didn't, because they were disobedient, right? But God still kept his promise. So we know that if we do what we need to do, we can only imagine what it is that God is going to do for us and our loved ones. Amen. So be obedient in this season. Hear what God is telling you. Don't be timid. Bless when the people need to be blessed. It doesn't have to be large. It can be small. Whatever it is that God is telling you to do, do it. Amen. Amen. I pray that y'all have a wonderful, blessed day on today. And I pray that you are reminded whose you are, who you belong to. And that is to the God. You are a child of the Most High. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. And remember, keep your eyes set on God, your spiritual eyes, and keep your ears close to God, your spiritual ears. Love y'all. Be blessed.